Okay, well, some people have, we don't advertise, right? Primerica is the largest independent financial services marketing organization in North America. We're founded in 1977. We're on the New York Stock Exchange under PRI. We started at $15 a share. We're trading about $2.70 today. We're named one of America's best insurance companies in 2022 by Forbes, and named #1 most trusted life insurance company and #3 most trusted financial company in 2022 by Investors Business Daily. So that's other people saying things about us. We're the largest marketing organization in North America, okay, which gives us a competitive advantage. And I know that's not on here. I'm giving you tools to use, right? Okay? So we are a one-stop financial supermarket with home delivery. We're kind of like the Costco Financial Services. It's not relational, right? And I'm looking at him, seeing if his body language is right, if he's receiving me. Now, if he's closed like this, I got to bring him in, right? So I'm going to relate to him somehow. I'm going to use his name, right? Okay. So these are some of the companies we're a life insurance company. We'll be broker for all these other companies. We use Rocket for Rocket Mortgage. So that's Quicken Loans. Answer Financial, they shop like 30 different companies to see who has the best rates. Isn't that the best way you buy your auto insurance anyway?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, most of the time,
Yeah,
right? So you shop around. And I'll give them a little head nod. That's sales, by the way, right? If you want somebody to say yes, you nod your head yes. Okay. What is the natural response to that? Yes. Right? They don't know it. It just is. Okay. I'd eat that protection. You know anybody that's had their identity theft stolen?
I do.
Absolutely. So you got to have that. We do wills to make sure people get that set up through prepaid legal, and then we work with all these different investment firms. Right? We have special products just made by Primerica that nobody else has access to, and we use all these other companies. Are you familiar with some of these? Like, have you heard of Voya?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of Fidelity? Okay. Empower, Lincoln, right? A lot of these companies have been around for 100 years. Okay. So we work with all those companies. Now, I'm going to show you how Primerica helps a family. Okay. This is John and Mary. They're age 30. Okay. They have 2 children. Pretty common. Okay. Before we did a financial needs analysis, because it says F&A, they're not going to know what that means, right? Tell them what it means. Okay. They had $165,000 in mortgage balance, 24 years remaining. About $13,000 on 3 credit cards that they're going to pay off in 58 years, making minimum payments. So that would be in debt until age 88 if they keep doing that. Okay. Now, they had some. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm just going to close that. So we don't use this anymore. Primerica Debt Watchers Fast Pay Program. We actually don't have that anymore. Okay. But we do have a debt strategy.
That's weird. I think it's an old one, but yeah, we can update that.
Yeah, we need to update that. We did a fast pay program that we set up to help them consolidate their debts and pay them off sooner. All their credit cards are going to be paid off 20 years instead. Now they're debt free at age 50. Okay, I saved them 28 years there. And we saved over $56,000 in interest and over 4 years of mortgage payments with 0 extra payment, right? Are they excited about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Would you be excited about that, helping somebody get in that situation?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? Now they had some life insurance. They had $150,000 on John, $150,000 on Mary, and no protection on the children. They had a cash value, and they're paying $285 a month, which means they had life insurance with a cash value attached. And if they keep making those payments for the rest of their life and don't miss any payments, I'll have guaranteed $124,000 of cash value at age 65. Okay? But is that enough to retire them off of?
Probably not.
Probably not. 124 grand is not going to last very long. Let me show you what we did. Okay? And they're probably underinsured based on the debt they had. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so we put $400,000 on John and Mary for term insurance, $10,000 on their children, 35-year term for $126 a month. If we stopped right there, are they better off? They
Sure.
saved a bunch of money. They have almost triple the coverage. Their children are now covered. They could afford a funeral. By the way, most of the death claims I've paid have been on children, unfortunately. Okay. And so we saved them $159 a month, and we're going to invest that money for them. Okay, I'll show you what we do with that here in a little bit. Now, legal protection, they had no will and no access to a respected full-service law firm. We set them up so that they could get a will, and so that they could get identity theft protection. And now they've got, they got an attorney that they can call on call, right? 7 days a week, right? If they need to get some help and need information. So we set up a will through Primerica Legal Protection, gave them full service law firm, and it's actually $28 a month, so we need to update that. Okay. Now, auto and home, John and Mary were paying $243 a month for their auto and home insurance. And I was in California the other day, and some people were paying $750 and $1,000 a month for their home and auto. I'm like, dang, right, we could probably save you some money, right? We got to shop that. So we made a phone call, saved them $65 a month on their auto and home insurance. Okay, $65 a month over 20 years at 9% is $43,000. That would fund a college fund, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you be open to saving some money on home and auto?
Absolutely.
Sure. Sure you would. Why wouldn't you, right? Okay. In retirement, John and Mary had $20,000 in an IRA at the bank, earning 1.5%, with $100 per month contributions. So by the time they're 65, they have another $89,000. Okay, is that even if you added that to the life insurance cash value, is that going to be enough for retirement?
No.
Not even close, right? So what we did is we rolled over the $20,000 IRA into mutual funds. Their contribution, now we increased them to $259 because we freed up that other $159 on their life insurance. Okay, at a 6% rate of return, they'll have $533,000 at 65, which is low. And at 9%, they'd have $1.2 million, which is still pretty low, actually. Okay, and if we could help you get a similar rate of return, would you be a lot happier when you got to retirement?
Absolutely.
At least you'd be able to retire for a few days, right? If you had $1 million. Okay, still probably not enough, but way closer.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, Josh, if you had a family, if you had 10 families on the left over here in that situation, and you could move them over to the right, how would you feel about doing that for people?
I feel pretty good.
Okay, and if you could make that much impact in somebody's life, how many out of 10 would switch from the left side to the right side?
I'd hope all 10.
Hope all 10 would.
Yeah.
All the ones that have common sense. Okay, but if just 4 switched, right? Oh, well, I'll get back to that, okay? So I'm gonna show you what I would have made for selling that life insurance, Josh, so you get perspective on that. But let's say, so we put precision term on a person at $500,000, non-tobacco, and we put a $30,000 child rider. That's $99 a month. How much of that do you think I would make? Other than $99.
Out of the 99, probably, like, I don't know, 40 to 40 bucks.
Yeah, and we also put a policy on your wife. We put $500,000 on her. That's $66. So it's a total premium would be $165. So what do you think I'd probably make on that?
Probably like 65 bucks.
Probably about 65 bucks. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so as a rep, a brand new rep, if I would have sold those 2 policies, I'd have made $463.
Wow.
Okay, if I was a district, which is a base of manager, right, when you get started, you'd made about $927. Okay, and as an RVP, you'd have made over $2,000. Like I would have made over $2,000 for those one policy each, right? Is that pretty good money? It's kind of a hidden secret. People don't know there's a lot of money to be made in life insurance in the industry, but we get paid really well for what we do. Okay. Okay. Now, how does our opportunity compare? So, our life insurance was what?
That's the licensing part.
Yeah. Oh, licensing. Okay. So to get our life insurance license, it's a couple $100. For securities, another $1,000, about $1,200 to get licensed. Okay. With us, you just pay $99 for a background check. You pay your $25 a month so you can work from your website, from your phone, your iPad, your laptop, whatever. Total paid for you is $124. Plus, you can earn all that back in the first 30 days. They have a bonus to help you make all your money back so that you're out nothing, okay? So, at your job, what do you make at your job?
$20 an hour.
Make $20 an hour, okay? And how many hours per month you work? 40 hours a week, or?
Yeah, 160 a month.
So 160 a month, okay? So 160 times 20 is what, guys? 3,200. So you make about 3,200 a month in income. Your net income, because you got to pay taxes on it, times 0.75, whatever that is, right? I'm not going to do it on here. But your monthly bring home is probably about $2,600 a month, right? If you helped, let's say you help 4 families a month, and per family, let's say you spent 2 hours per family, so that's 8 hours spent, right? Your total earnings per family, if you made, at a district contract, if you made 927 times 4, that's $2,800 in 8 hours. So would you rather work your job 160 hours for 2,800, or your business for 8 hours and make 2,800?
Yeah, 8 hours for 2,800 sounds pretty good.
Right? So you just make a lot, your time becomes a lot more valuable. By the way, what do you think your time is worth?
More than what I get paid.
Well, I think my time's worth $1,000 an hour. Okay? But I'm good at what I do, but I think your time is worth $1,000 an hour too. You just have decided that you're willing to take what somebody else is willing to pay you. But your time is worth a lot more. Guess what? They're never gonna pay you what you're worth. But you can pay yourself what you're worth.
Good.
So what would interest you more? A part-time business you could own one day, a complimentary financial game plan, or both? And I haven't even showed you investments yet.
Honestly, both sound pretty good.
Right? Okay, so here's the keys to success. You need to show up to all meetings and trainings. Okay, very important so that you can learn what you need to do. You're gonna go on 15 training appointments with a field trainer. You're gonna submit your independent business application, IBAs, you need to tell them what that is, with $124 for state licensing and Primerica Online. Complete your financial needs analysis so that your family's got a plan that works for them. Okay, how many days a week can you work part-time? We meet on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then we have a short conference call on Sundays. How many days do you think you could give us?
I can definitely do those days for sure, and probably like an additional day for appointments with them.
Okay. All right. So I just expect you to keep your schedule, whatever that is, right? If you're gonna work one day, we're gonna make sure you make that day count. Okay? All right. So grab your driver's license. I'm gonna get you started, okay?
Okay.
And give them a little head nod and take the application. That's how you recruit people. Just ask them, and if they're in, like he's been leaning in the whole time. He's excited about this. I'm excited about this. Can you believe that? $900 for 2 hours worth of work? I'll take that any day, right? And for Josh, what are you, district? You're district. You make $900 to do that, right? That's great money. Right? There's way more money in securities, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's great money, you guys, right? And does everybody need life insurance? Everybody needs life insurance. Everybody needs life insurance. They will need it. If they're single, they're going to need it. When do you want to get it? When you're
As
young and
soon as
healthy.
possible.
So the best time to buy it is when you're young and healthy. Is cheaper,
This was
and you're insurable.
This is yesterday. Second best time is now.
Yeah. Right? But I mean, that's a quick, simple presentation, right, to help you recruit.